Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Fabian, and today I will be demonstrating the deployment of my smart doorbell system using the Raspberry Pi. I will be describing the smart doorbell development pipeline and how we determine whether there is motion in a select area we are wishing to observe, as well as going over how the system notifies the user and a few improvements I made for better user interface. To start the setup, I placed my LiDAR with the Raspberry Pi mounted to it on my coffee table. As you can see, I have the tripod mount placed onto the LiDAR mount. It's a bit difficult to take off, so I had to offset the distance by placing on these spools of 3D filament. I then positioned the camera to be right in front of my doorway. I don't really have a window that can face to the outside, so it would simply determine when somebody would walk into the apartment. The biggest thing we have to go over here is the code of the detection pipeline, and I'm going to show you that right now. We'll start by talking about the detection pipeline and how we implement it into my apartment specifically. So we'll begin by going over the smart doorbell masking file. So first we have a function called getDataOnFile, and this will be used to pull any information that the user stores onto their device. And I'll go over why we do this in a bit when I get over to more of the user-friendly settings that I've implemented. Here we have define mask imaging, which will simply return the masked image of our doorbell as a blurred and gray image. This is so it reduces processing time. So you don't really need to evaluate an entirely large image to get the idea that somebody's been at the door. Personal info is any contact information to send texts and emails to the user. Option data is which functions we would like to activate when scanning. And frame points is being the stored data as to where the detection area is in the frame. So, while true, we're going to go ahead and loop through using the counter. Each loop through is going to make the counter go up by 1. So we'll take the first image to compare, and we're also going to read test 0 and test 1, and return a masked and gray image by sending those images to our masked image function. Compare the two images with a pixel threshold of 50. We chose a threshold of 50, one because it was standard in our lectures. However, I did do some testing with this threshold in different lighting conditions since lights can turn on and off within my apartment and we aren't really detecting outside where light changes gradually. And it didn't seem like these shadows had much of a difference in the detection area, so we left it at 50. Pixel by pixel comparison, we go ahead and compare every pixel within our frame to each other to determine whether is it a difference in our detection area. And we're going to sum the difference here and determine the detector total. If it is over 30,000, which again, this threshold worked with the shadows and all, smart doorbell will have detected movement at the door. If the detector total is above and we find a difference, it's going to go through some if statements here. If option data 2 is on, this will allow the user to record a video and send it to their Dropbox. If option data 0 is on, this means that email is allowed to be sent to the user. And if option data 1 is on, then the user will be sent a text message. This way, a user can determine how they want to be notified, rather than just going through the whole loop every single time. I also implemented this due to the fact that Twilio, the application that we were using to send text messages, has a limited charge, so if I wanted to test it, I didn't want to have to go and comment out all the text messages every single time, and simply made an idea that I could turn it on and off in our menu. If else, nothing is detected, and it'll loop back through. So you're probably wondering, how does a user easily toggle all these settings? Well, I'm going to show you with the doorbell menu script. So welcome to Fabian's Smart Doorbell. Current data on file is the email, my current phone number, and the current frame that is being framed for detection. We can also see the different notification settings on there. As you can see, I have email notifications on, phone notifications off, and video recording is on. Press any key to continue. We'll go to the main menu. So we have a few options here. We can change the email information on file, change your Dropbox location, set up camera position, verify your email, change notification settings, activate monitoring, or just exit the program. So option 1 allows you to simply go in and it'll ask you if you would like to change your email. So if I just put in my email, I can also put in my phone number as well to change the contact information. It'll then verify to make sure that the data we have is correct. We'll simply press type yes. Data stored successfully and returning to the main menu. So we've done that. We're not going to change the Dropbox location because it simply runs through our Dropbox Pi files that were downloaded from GitHub, and that got a little bit dicey when I was setting this up, so we're going to skip over that one for now. Setup camera position is probably the most important one I wanted to go over, so let's go into that. It's going to place the camera in our desired position. Currently I have this set up correct, and I'm going to go ahead and press C and continue. It's going to go take an image, and it's going to show us what they have. So that is exactly where I want. That is my doorway, and I would like to determine if somebody opens that door. So we're going to go ahead and press enter. Is this view okay? I'm going to say yes. Alright, so once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and it's going to open this section here to select an area. Now in the original setup, we were asked to set up an area using our laptops and then import that image array into our Raspberry Pi. However, I felt this was a little tedious, especially if I wanted to put this anywhere. So I went ahead and made my own script, which would allow the user to identify their own area altogether on the device itself. So we're going to go ahead and drag the square and press enter. And look at that, our section's there. Again, we don't want to have too much area, we just want enough that would determine what we want to be detected, and that would be the door opening. We don't inherently really need anybody walking past and forth because somebody could go over there. We have a TV right there to plug things in. I just want to see if somebody opens or closes the door. So we're just going to put it on that crack in the door to have that detected. We'll press enter. Is the selected region correct? I would say yes. Data stored successfully, and camera setup is complete. We can also verify our email with this. So we're going to go ahead and press 4. We will send an email to your inbox to confirm your email. Send an email to my email here. We're going to press yes. Alright, so our email was sent. So let me go to my inbox really quick. And as you can see on screen, I did receive my email to my inbox. So our code is 0YCJOZ. And this is case sensitive. We'll press enter, and the email's been confirmed. So that way we know that the email is going to the right place, and the user will in fact be notified. This is kind of just a insurance check for the user rather than a security procedure, just to make sure that the user knows that emails are being sent. Alright, and then there's change notification settings. So we go here, we open the menu for email notification, phone notification, and video recording. So as you can see, I can just turn off email, turn it on, turn on phone notification, turn that off, or turn video recording off and on. And then when I exit to main menu, it'll save those in a text file, and then it can be read by our smart doorbell masking script. Alright, so I think we've got everything we need. Let's go ahead and activate monitoring, which is just going to run our smart doorbell masking script. So it's going to go loop through. There's no detection yet. So I'm going to go ahead and walk out the front door, and we're going to see if it picks me up. Alright, I just got back in my seat, and it looks like it did detect me coming in and out of the front door. So we're going to go ahead and let that finish uploading to our Dropbox. As we can see, the video has been successfully uploaded, and the email has been sent. So let's go check those out. Alright, so I've just opened my email here, and it seems that it does have all the attachments we need. We have sent 6 files to our email. Here is the first image taken, the second image taken, so there is definitely a difference in that area. It doesn't look like it really picked me up over here. Instead, the 2 images it found a difference in were where I was in front of that zone. So that's perfect. I have intent of going out the door, and that's exactly what we wanted. Here is what is actually observed. The smaller, easier to analyze image, as well as the second one. We can see the little difference there. And here is the frame that we detected. So again, it is the difference within that threshold of area. So that is what is being detected. And it gives us when it was. So today is Tuesday the 23rd of April at 10:03 a.m. and it looks like that I have successfully sent myself an image notifying the user that there is activity at the front door. Phone notifications currently aren't on, so those are not being sent through, but we're going to go ahead and see if our video file has come through. It looks like this is it. Here's me walking out the front door of my apartment. There's me closing the door and coming back in. That's exactly what I wanted it to pick up. So perfect. So it looks like that our smart doorbell has sent everything that we needed, and I haven't gotten a text notification. So it turns out that it did pick up that we did not want a phone notification sent, so it is off. All that considered, it seems like our detection and user menu is a great success. So yeah, that about wraps this up. In the end, I wanted to make a smart doorbell that a user could easily use and set up, as the initial pipeline made it be a one-time use thing and may be hard for a typical user to set up from time to time. So I implemented the user menu. This way, if it gets moved, it can easily be fixed simply by going into camera settings and changing the zone that needs to be detected. That's all from me, and thank you for watching.